It's Album Quest Day 39. What's good? If you don't already know, Album Quest is where I'm challenging myself to listen to one new album for every day of 2024. And today, for day 38, we've got ourselves KOD by J. Cole. At this point, with how much J. Cole stuff has been recommended to me, I might just end up listening to his whole discography by accident. like, um, I think this is my fourth J. Cole album that I've listened to, or really project if you count, because Friday Night Lights is a mixtape. Anyway, um, speaking of his discography, this is definitely the worst one from him that I've heard. I respect the whole concept of talking about addiction in different ways, not just about drugs. Um, it's respectable, and I'm glad that I like concept albums just by default because I like the storytelling. I like how all of these songs have connected themes and stuff. But here, I think it kind of leads to some strange decision making. Like, I really didn't start feeling the album until halfway through track 7, Kevin's Heart. And, like, everything above it is just kind of like milk toast, generic sounding like trap beats. The production is not very standout on this record at all. And I think the first really like good beat hits on Brackets. And then like from there we have some good songs. Like Once an Addict is probably my favorite. Um, but intro to the 1985 intro to the Fall Off has me excited for an album that doesn't exist and is never going to be released. um, I think like what we needed more storytelling instead of just pure like mind state lyrics. You know what I mean? Like I think this album just suffers too much from being underwhelming, if that makes sense, because like there's a lot of potential in talking about the concept of addiction because there's so many different ways that it can affect people and like all of this different stuff of what it does to people and like the people around them in the world and how like systems factor into it, and there's evidence, there's traces of that here, but unfortunately it isn't really like super prominent. It's not very, even though as a concept album about addiction it should be the forefront, it isn't. And that's the biggest issue I have. Second biggest issue. First biggest issue, we need some better beats. Like a lot of this stuff up here is just like regular ass trap beats. And it's crazy too because later um in one of the songs near the end, I want to say Window Pane or Friends, one of the two. Um, no, Intro to the Fall Off, that's right, the very last track. Um, he says, like, you only do trap beats because it's the trend. And I'm like, really? That's the angle you want to approach on this thing? So I don't know. I don't really get it. Um, but I think this album could have stood to be a lot better. I definitely feel underwhelmed, and I hope that all of the other J. Cole stuff that I listen to in the future is better than this. With that being said, I'm gonna give this album a 4 out of 7. It's decent, at least, and you know, I'm gonna hope for better in the future from J. Cole. Maybe he releases an album this year, maybe not. I appreciate y'all for watching. If you have any recommendations or thoughts about this album, leave them in the comments. I'll read them all. I'm always looking for more stuff to add to my catalog and really expand my horizons. And I'm going to see you on day 39 of Album Quest. Peace out.